Hey everybody, so my name's Ash Morgan, and I'm going to be the one talking you through this Principles of Macroeconomics course for the fall of 2018. And so I sent you an email yesterday about the course is now ready to go. And so I just thought I'd do a quick video just to show you kind of the outline, what it looks like, and pretty much what's expected of you throughout this semester. So probably the good place to start is the course outline. And so if you just spend some time looking at this, really everything you need to know is set up here. And so it's got my contact information. Obviously, being an online class, email is the most used, but I'm physically here in Peacock Hall, so you can come by the office and see me in person if you have to. Again, just take some time to read through this. I'm not going to spend too much time right now, but this is just for you to kind of look at. I'll spend some time on the more important stuff. Obviously, there's a textbook. You go to the bookstore, that should be there. Macroeconomics by McConnell, Brew, and Flynn. Let me know if there's a problem with that. The grading stuff. So basically, the way it works, I give you 4 exams. So that's 3 midterm exams and a final. But then I let you drop one. And so if you take all 4, then you pick your best 3. And each one's worth 25%. So that gives you, a total, obviously, of 75% for exams. So obviously the exams are important. Yeah, I don't give makeup exams. There's a lot of people in this class, and so that just gets problematical. So the plan is that, if for some reason, not that you should, but if for some reason you miss an exam, then I'll just say, well, you drop that one gets a 0, and then, we'll count the other 3. So essentially 4 exams, pick your best 3. The final itself is cumulative. So, perhaps a good goal at the beginning of the semester is try and maybe not to take that final exam. You might get to that point where you get to the end of the semester, you've taken your 3 midterms, you've taken by then all the quizzes, and that hopefully it would be good enough. So maybe see the final as like a safety net if you perhaps don't do as well as in one of the midterms as you think that you could have done. Perhaps you could do better. You take the final. If you beat that midterm score, then it just replaces it. But certainly some people get to the final and decide not to take it because they're happy at that point with how they've done. The quizzes, there are 14 quizzes. Essentially, there's one every week. So every week, pretty much, we have a topic, and then followed by a quiz. Quizzes are online, so look a bit like the exam, multiple choice style. Yeah, I should have said the exams are multiple choice style, and the quizzes are 2. Here I give you 14. Again, I'll let you drop 1, so 13 will count, and they're worth 25%. So obviously, roughly, each quiz is worth about 2 points. So individually, a quiz isn't worth that much, but collectively, once they start adding up, you want to make sure that you take care of the quizzes, because if you don't, you can lose a lot of points quite quickly. We've got a grading scale, so at the end of the semester, you can look at this, and that will tell you, based on your score out of 100, what grade you can expect. This might help you figure out if you need to take the final or not. Let's say you take the 3 midterms, you've done the quizzes, and you're getting an 88. Then you look at this, that's a B plus. If you're happy with a B plus, then again, you might decide not to take the final. The next part is pretty in depth. For each topic, I've outlined the students' learning objectives. and the delivery method, while the delivery method is always, a streamed video, slides essentially, and the assessment is always a quiz. I've just outlined it here. So again, maybe just spend some time going through this, or perhaps before each topic, just to see ahead of time what's expected of you. So I'm just going to kind of skip through this stuff, but again, just maybe spend some time looking at that. We get down to some of the dates, and so we have the class schedule, and so here we are, August 21st, and so your job today is just to kind of go through this video and then look at the course outline and just familiarize yourself with what's coming up. So next class on Thursday, you'll be looking at the first topic on limits, alternatives, and choices. And again, then followed by next Tuesday, demand and supply. So I kind of follow a Tuesday, Thursday format, just because if this class was, in person, it would be on Tuesday, Thursday. But as you'll see, you have the whole day to look at the presentation and take the quiz. So I don't narrow it down to a specific time. So if you have a relatively busy Tuesday or Thursday, you'll still have time to take care of this course. So again, if you go down, you just see on each date of the class what's expected of you. The exams are there set up. So here we have September the 13th. So less than a month from now, the first exam, and then we keep going down. Here's the second exam, and then the third, and eventually the final. The final will be taken on the last day of class, which I believe for us is December the 4th. So as the class develops, just make sure that you're keeping up with everything, and on each day what you should be doing. Just to kind of reiterate the dates, the quiz schedules up there, and so you should know again on each day. So quiz 1 again will be this Thursday, quiz 2 will be next Tuesday, and again there are 14 of those as we go through. The rest of this is just standard sort of syllabus, course outline stuff. Maybe take some time to look at it. Just a note at the end there, I don't give extra credit. Doesn't really make sense to me, so we're gonna avoid that, and everyone gets the same chance to get 100 points. If we go back to the As You Learn site, essentially it's all just sitting there waiting for you. And so again, here's the intro. This is the first piece of material. So if you click that, then it takes you to actually a couple of videos that I put together just based on intro stuff. This is really microeconomics, which the majority of you will all already have taken. But I'll just do a quick recap, just to kind of go back to where you were and make sure that you can remember that stuff, because it's important in terms of macroeconomics. Here's some demand and supply stuff. Again, that's micro. So the first couple of topics are just recaps of your micro days. And so if you click, for example, quiz 1, as you go in there, obviously it's not available yet. This won't be available until you have looked at the presentation, which is for Thursday. You can look at the presentation ahead of time. They're open, but you won't be able to take the quiz until that specific day. And so you have, for each quiz, from 8 o'clock in the morning on that day to quarter to midnight. So you have essentially the vast majority of the day to spend some time, look at the presentation, and then take, it's a pretty short quiz. You've got probably 10 to 15 multiple choice questions. It'll just take you a few minutes. So make sure that you do it. And so this is all set up waiting. So you go to any topic now. Again, let's go to maybe the first exam. And you can see for the first exam, this won't be open until September the 13th, which if we go back to the course outline and go up to the dates, Exam 1, September the 13th. So obviously the two should match up. And so for the exam, you get the same window of opportunity for that day, 8 till 11:45 p.m., 8 a.m. till 11:45 p.m. I give you an hour and 10 minutes to take the exam. You're going to get roughly 40 multiple choice questions, all on the stuff we've covered in that, that section up until that particular exam. So being online, it's obviously open book. You have access, but you don't have enough time for every question to go and look things up. And so, I would treat it like an exam in the classroom. Do some studying, get yourself prepared, and then give it your best shot. So each exam looks the same. You get an hour and 10 minutes. I should have said for a quiz, I actually give you 2 hours. Once you click to start the quiz, I give you 2 hours, which is way, way more than you would need. But just to make sure that you have plenty of time. For the exams, though, I got to constrain it, and you get this 70-minute period. So again, just spend some time looking at this stuff. Again, it's all set up waiting for you. Eventually we get to the very end where we have the last topic. Then we have a third midterm exam, and then I give you a couple of periods to, if you go back to the schedule down here, after the third exam, I should give you a couple of classes just to get ready for the final in case you take it. I've set it up such that the third exam is before Thanksgiving, and then you have the break, and then I gave you a couple of classes to get ready for the final. So you don't have to worry about spending any time over Thanksgiving getting ready for the final if you choose to take it. And that's pretty much it, really. That's the setup. And so again, just spend some time getting ready for this. It's a bit different. Obviously, you're not sitting in the classroom. The way the presentations are put together, it's kind of like you are sitting in the classroom. It's just obviously you can be anywhere looking at this stuff. The nice thing too, I think, is that if you don't quite get it, you can just go back and listen to it again. So you can obviously view the presentations as many times as you like, which I think is an advantage of the online experience. Any questions, just let me know. Send me an email. I'll stop by, and we can talk about it. Otherwise, just get yourselves ready, and good luck with the course. Okay.